Okay, so for this lesson, we're going to learn how to filter data using VBA. So this spreadsheet is a spreadsheet of the 2016 NBA points per game leaders. So you can see players, teams, points per game, and this is, we're going to filter based off of the teams, and points per game. So I'm just highlighting these so you know which columns that we're going to filter off of. So team and points per game. So let's say that we want to be able to filter based off of team. So if we want a specific team, we could see their points per game leaders in the top 50, or we want to split between specific points per game. So let's do this. So for the team, we're going to do Oklahoma City. So we'll say Oklahoma City, and let's do max points per game of 30 and a minimum points per game of 25. So when we filter, it should pull out anybody who is below 30 and above 25 points, or it should include anybody above 30 or 25 points per game. So you can see it should filter Kevin Durant, but Russell Westbrook won't make the cut. So let's go and test the system, and let's test the code and see if it works. So let's develop it first. Hit Alt F11, click on module, and we're going to create a subroutine, and we'll say point per game filter. We're going to establish a few variables, so we'll say team as string. So this will just be when in our spreadsheet where we identify the team. So team is going to be string OKC, for example. Dim high point per game as double. Dim low point per game as double. So this is going to be the two variables for our max points per game and our min point per game. So we're going to establish these values based off of our spreadsheet. So team will be sheet 1, range U1, value. So that's going to set team as this value in U1, and we'll do the same for the other two. So I'm just going to copy, paste. We'll change this one to high point per game, and this will be value U2, and this will be low point per game, and this will be U3. So we're going to get the values for team, high points per game, and low points per game from U1, U2, and U3. And now we're going to initialize the code to filter the information. So we're going to define our last row again. Range A1. So this is going to basically start from A1, and it's going to define the region as everything that's included. So A1 over to R and all the way down to our final value. So this is going to select all of our data from A1 all the way over to R and our final value that we determined here in last row. And we're just going to use a simple function called autofilter. So we're going to say our field is going to, first thing we want to sort by is going to be our team. So in the auto filter, we're going to have to define the field. So the field is essentially how many columns over. So it'll be column 2. So auto field will be, so sort by team, we'll set field to 2. And then we're going to say the criteria 1 is going to be equal to team. So this filter is going to take my team, and it's going to sort column 2 by team. So it'll look up Oklahoma City. And now we also want to create another filter for the points per game. So selection, auto filter, field, be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So field is equal to 6. Criteria 1 is equal to less than or equal to high points per game. So we want our number to be less than or equal to our high points per game. And criteria 2 greater than or equal to our low point per game. And then that's it. So we're going to end our subroutine, and let's test it. Okay, good. So notice, here's our code. It went through and it filtered out my players from Oklahoma City and everybody that was above 25 points per game and below 30 points per game, which would leave us with Kevin Durant. So let's unfilter these. And then let's just quick create a button to run it. Insert button. Point per game filter. Click OK. And we'll say filter. Right, now you could change it. So, let's say we want to look at Cleveland, or let's say Golden State, less than 28 points per game, more than 15. That leaves us with Klay Thompson that filtered out Steph Curry. So this is the basic. This is how we could basically do a really quick filter information. You could then use this information, copy it, paste it, put it in other spreadsheets,